Okay, hi everyone. Okay, so we've got 6 people have joined so far. The plan is to give people another minute or two, the stragglers, to join, but we did have registrations from all over the world. So just in the chat, everybody should be able to see a little chat window. Just drop us a little note and let us know where you're from, where you're connecting from. Let's see. For those of you that can't find the chat, it is down on the bottom right. So we got Juan from Los Angeles, Juan from Mexico, Florida, Alex from Florida, and hello from Morocco, Imad. This is great. I think we had some registrations from Europe, but I think they're probably sleeping at the moment. They were hoping to get the replay. We've got the Bay Area, we've got Toronto. So how's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's doing great. So really looking forward to this. Excellent. There was a little thumbs up. Somebody's figured out the emojis.
They always do, and that's all good. We love emojis.
Fantastic. Okay, I am just going to bring up the slides for everyone while we're preparing. Okay. All righty. I think let's get going. People will continue to join. So welcome everyone. I think this is probably going to be one of the most fun ones that we've done for a little while. I personally am looking forward to the demo that Gabe is going to do, the demo of Visla. I have not seen one yet, so I'm going to be new to that as well. Quick introduction. Myself, I'm the founder and CEO at Intribe. We're a partnership marketing platform. It's something that I built or started building a few years ago as a side hustle, really to solve my own problems. You know, after having the experience of working with brands like Red Bull, Ducati, and Burton, you know, I wanted to bring this sort of brand partnerships to, you know, basically smaller companies and startups that don't have the networks and connections, and you know, to basically enable this type of event and make it easy for all sorts of brands. And so, what Intribe is, you know, the one-liner is Tinder for brand partnerships and collaborations. You can really think of it a little bit like LinkedIn, but with all of the filters and the search capability and connection capability really built around making partnerships easy. So there's no recruiter spam, there's none of the other stuff that's irrelevant for partnerships, and you can find your content partners, event partners, you know, basically webinar partners, if you like this, and make it really easy to connect and work together. So that's what we're about. I'm going to let Gabe introduce himself.
So I'm Gabe, I'm with Visla, and we are a small company based out of the Bay Area. My background, I'm an audio engineer for many years. I was at Zoom for several more years before joining Visla. We were founded by Zoom's very first engineer and first employee, and basically the goal is to make video easy. This company was founded for all of you that want to make video as easy as possible, to either tell your story, create a story, whatever it is that you want to do with video. Video doesn't have to be complicated anymore. And I'm proof of that because I'm an audio engineer and I can do it.
Fantastic. So and a quick overview of Visla.
So basically, Visla will be your portal, your hub. Some of you have already used it. You've signed in. You've seen what it looks like. This GUI that you see here is as easy as it gets. Basically, we did that on purpose. You just create your project. You can upload a video if you want. You can import a video from YouTube. We're adding tons of features on a weekly basis, but we're going to go through all of this, and I will be here to answer all of your questions. We will not stop this call until your question is answered, or at least until I try.
Fantastic. I'm predicting Gabe is going to get at least 9 out of 10 of all of the questions because this stuff is hot. So by the end of the session, there are really four main things that we hope everybody walks away with. Why partnerships are more important than ever, how partnerships can lower your customer acquisition cost and increase your reach, what AI can do for video creation and how that's going to help partnerships, and then really what we're all here for, I think more than anything else, is actually to see Visla in action. So make sure you stick around to the end of the webinar. We've got special offers for both intribe and Visla. So if you're really interested in that, stick around to the end.
All right.
Okay, so I've got 2 slides before I hand over to Gabe. I think most people here that are looking at this, either you're purely interested in AI or you're really looking to see what you can do to enhance your marketing, because you've probably noticed a few things, and some of you may be aware of what's going on with the third-party tracking cookie, but for those of you that aren't, companies are really going to be forced to relook at their marketing plans in 2024. So the third-party tracking cookie is the particular cookie that has made pay-per-click advertising so powerful for now, more than 15 years. And it's the cookie that has really, driven what people talk about when they talk about big data and tracking people on the internet and really understanding your prospective customers. And over time, this has been, a little bit like death by 1,000 paper cuts. Ad blockers, browsers like Brave, they've all been kind of chipping away at this. And what people have noticed is their ROI on pay-per-click has been going down over time in small increments. At first, people didn't even notice, but it's now over the last couple of years has really started to affect the cost of pay-per-click advertising and the returns of pay-per-click advertising. And when Facebook announced their first revenue miss in their history, they turned around specifically and pointed the finger at Apple because Apple with iOS 14 started blocking these types of cookies by default. And then with iOS 15, they really doubled down. So this has been building up over time, but in 2024, so next year, in the back half of next year, Google is actually going to block the third-party cookie on Chrome. And Chrome still has 62% of the browser market. So it's going to be a fairly dramatic shift. For those that have been around and remember the Y2K bug, nobody did anything really in 1997, 1998, but in 1999, everybody panicked and jumped on it. That's probably what's going to happen next year for MarTech and paid ads. But what you can do if you start planning for it and you're engaging and looking at these new tools, and you look at other types of marketing like referral marketing and double down on your SEO and partnerships that will really step in to fill a lot of that gap. So my last slide before we get into the demo, partnerships can really make a difference and lower your customer acquisition cost. And how they do that and how they, for example, increase reach. I'll just use this webinar as an example, but there are plenty of other examples out there. But obviously, both Visla and intribe sent out emails inviting our lists. Visla was exposed to the intribe email list. Intribe was exposed to the Visla email list. And even ahead of this webinar, we had, I think, 3 people that were on Visla's list sign up and create the profiles or start to create the profiles on intribe. And that cost or the amount of effort compared to paid ads was extraordinarily low. So, just the invitations to this webinar have increased our reach and awareness. They've also increased our credibility. If somebody again on the Visla list would come across intribe and not know anything about intribe and just see it somewhere as one of many search results, or maybe see an ad, the trust isn't the same as when there's an introduction by another party, and vice versa. Visla is getting introduced to the intribe list, and intribe is getting introduced to the Visla list. Shared resources. So, this quick slide deck that we've put together, we both worked on the slide deck. Obviously, Gabe is going to step in and do the demo. So that's work that I'm not doing on my own. Visla was generous enough to actually create the artwork for our social media posts and email invitations. So, Visla has those in-house resources. So when two brands come together, usually the brands have different types of resources and they can basically tap into it. So as a smaller company, it's like extending the size of your team. Increased engagement, again, the type of engagement that we already had in the chat and the Q&A that's going on is very different than from just throwing out a like on social media. And ultimately, both of us now have new audiences, and so this is a summary of the benefits of partnerships. It's really powerful for small companies. If you look at the two images, you can see some industry giants. The bottom picture is GoPro and Red Bull. That's a partnership that grew over time, and now the two brands actually own shares in each other, so they're almost married. And then the top picture is an image from the particular version of Android. Android likes to name their different versions after food. In this case, it was Kit Kat, and they've actually partnered with Nestle. And so suddenly you had a whole lot of Kit Kat bars in North America that had Android brands in it. People could win phones based on Android. There was a lot of word of mouth. People knew Kit Kat, obviously a long-established brand. And so, large corporates are really basking in each other's halos and really doubling down on strategic marketing partnerships when really, it's smaller brands like us that get even more benefit from it. So, how does this tie in with AI video generation? Well, ultimately, all partnerships need content. We're going to walk away with this with video of the webinar, which is content, and we will repurpose it and we will use it. But ultimately, to promote it, to do campaigns, we're now going to be able to tap into the power of AI generated video. And that's what we're here to talk about. So without any further ado, I'm going to hand over to Gabe.
Right.
And let him take it from there, and you won't hear from me again until the Q&A at the end.
No worries. Thank you, Sven, so much. Appreciate it. So I am going to share my screen here because we're going to go do a demo. Before I do this demo, I do want to ask by emojis, obviously, or just chatting, how many of you have heard of AI, ChatGPT, in the last several months? Everybody, I'm assuming, right? And we've all heard the term generative AI, Gen AI of some sort. And, DALL-E, Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, all of those other brands that are doing, amazing work, with the generative AI features. This, I like to tell people, yes, we are a form of generative AI, but we're more analytical AI. And I'm going to get into why I say that right here, because we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and create this project. And right here, idea to video, which that is what it's called. It's as simple as this. Generate my video. So I'm going to give it a few seconds. And the reason that I say it's more analytical than a true generative AI, a lot of the generative features that you've seen from AI, and you see how quickly this was turned around. This is a very short video. It's not meant to be a movie. It's not meant to be, let me
Partnerships are
actually,
beneficial.
okay, mute that because that's going to go in my ears while I'm talking. It's not meant to be, a feature film. It's meant for these partnership meetings, something quick, something to catch your attention, something to really draw you in. You see that what we did here, it creates the script, the AI that we do.
Partnerships are
And just to
beneficial
answer
for
the questions, we're
businesses because they
using
help to diversify the
ChatGPT's
business by
API, but
allowing
we're
each
also
partner to bring
looking at
different
other
strengths and
APIs as
resources.
well, such as Anthropic's
Through a
API,
partnership,
which they
businesses can
use
benefit from shared
Claude,
knowledge
for
and
those of you that are
resources,
familiar.
such as financial
And we've been
capital,
testing that,
marketing
and
channels,
we really
and industry
like
contacts.
the outcomes from that.
Partnerships also help to spread financial risk.
Gabe, the
Oh,
the video is actually playing over the top of you.
sorry. Okay. So you didn't hear me. I thought I stopped it. Sorry about that. So yeah, I mean, basically, I don't know how much you guys heard or didn't hear, but yeah, I can go back. It's not a problem.
No, I
It's
think most people I can see in chat. Juan is
okay.
saying we did hear.
Excellent. Thank you. But yeah, this basically is it. We're trying to make it everybody, everyone, doesn't matter the level of professional that you are, everyone has an idea. Everybody is capable of ideas. So, from you think about your children preschool, they have ideas. Their imaginary friends, that's an idea. So everyone is capable of ideas at every single level of life, education, and work. So we're asking you to just put those ideas. You don't need to be a full-blown video editor. I can export this video right now, however it looks. I can look through it, but let's say I maybe don't like it. I want to change something. We give you that control as well. So now I'm going to go here just to edit. And these are the scenes. Visla naturally just breaks everything up into scene. And I do want to say one thing about the scenes before I go ahead. Sometimes scenes end without a punctuation mark. Just add a period or exclamation mark or something. That helps it not be a run on. And then it gives it a little bit of space in between the scenes. Not much, but a little bit. It's like, so those are some of the things we're working on, features to basically add that space naturally, but just please put that punctuation. But you see how the scenes are here. You see anything with an orange there, that means it has a voiceover naturally. Voiceover, first thing, you can record your own voice and read the script. You can generate a new voiceover. You can choose any of these scripts, any of these voices. We're adding new voices constantly. I personally like this one, Stefan.
Visla is an all.
But again, you can choose anything. It'll add the voice for you. You can add a different voice per each scene. So you can switch the voices up. And let's say you want to have your voice on the last scene, you can do that as well. You can just remove the voiceover period and you'll see that the orange is gone. Remove for this scene, remove for all scenes, remove it for all scenes, it's gone. Then I can just do this over. Now, this is the footage that it recommended for the scene. Partnerships are beneficial for business because they help diversify the business by allowing blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read it all to you guys, but this was the footage. This is the main footage that's there, that right there. But I can look at this one. I can look at this one. I can look at this one. I can say, okay, what's, beneficial business? This looks businessy. Now, what section? I can move this. I want to put that there. That's the section of the film that I want. So I have different things, but we don't only, this is from the stock footage, which our stock provider is Storyblocks. When you export the footage, the watermark is removed, just FYI. It's just there, just on preview. But this is the best part. I can't say a name, but we're working with a partner right now. And this partner has chosen to upload, they want to upload their own footage. So media, library, personal stock. This would be where your personal stock shows up. You can upload anything you want. You can just hit upload and upload your video. We'll help you with the tagging it, describing it, because that's how the AI, and this is the analytical part of the AI that I was mentioning. our AI basically goes through, analyzes the script, and then it picks the best footage. So our AI is not generating this footage, so it's not generative AI, but it is analyzing the script, and it's selecting the best footage from all of the stock, from our public stock that's available, Commons, Creative Commons stock, and as well from the premium stock. And it'll give you the best choices. And then if you still don't like these that are here, you still have the option. You can go here, you can, you know, business partners. I misspelled business. No, I can add this. That's what I want to do. So you can still search. And then on top of all of this, we add the music automatically in the background for you. And again, if you don't like the music, you can upload your own music. I think I saw that Randy joined, and Randy is one of Visla's users, and he had a question for me last week about adding music. Randy, you can come here, you can, add your own music from upload. So if you have that song that you wanted, you can add it here and upload it. And then you'll be able to just drag it down here and be able to use it. So any of that, you can search for your music, add it. It's automatically, I just changed that. That's a 4-minute, 30-second song. This is 53 seconds. We automatically trim it at the start and the end for you. And once you're exported, everything is leveled automatically. So you don't have to be like, well, I'm not an audio engineer. How do I mix this? I'm not a video engineer. How do I cut this? Everything is done automatically for you. That's the beauty of the AI technology that the Visla team built. We have one of the most amazing head engineers, Melinda. She is, a genius when it comes to the AI, without a doubt. And she has been able to sort of create this and, vision and put it together, with the rest of the team. So yeah, I think we're doing pretty good in terms of what we've done. But now let's go a little bit further. You still want to make it your own. Gabe, I want to make it mine. You can change backgrounds. That's if you have obviously more of a cropped image. But so it doesn't apply to this scene, obviously. But let's say the text. I want to add a title or just something, change maybe I want it to be transparent. I can move this around, put it here. So you have different options. And again, we're not a replacement for Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere. We're something that it's like you have an idea, you can use it. I won't be able to show you this, but we also have a mobile app that you can go. We are the very first AI company that has the ability to create it on the mobile app. If you download the Visla mobile app and you hit idea to video, you can create a video just on your phone, typing an idea. You can edit it further by getting on the website on a computer, but you can have that idea and you can know it's like, okay, I have this idea right now. You never know when inspiration is going to hit you. You hear a lot of creatives talk about, oh, I got a song idea in the shower. Well, I don't recommend taking your phone into the shower unless it's got a waterproof case. But if you're on the bus, the train, driving, well, hopefully you're not the one driving, but if you're somewhere out in the world, you're not sitting at a computer, you can still, type in your idea, save it for later. So at least, you didn't lose that idea. Cause I forget a lot of things sometimes if I'm out and about and I'm like, yeah, I'll do that later. I'm like, what did I need to do? Well, you can remember it now. I need to use my phone more because I should remember those things. But that's some of those things there. Now let's go back. I want to go back. No, don't save a copy. This was where I first entered it. You can be like, well, Gabe, you know what? I'm more technical. I'm more, I can do more. Yes, you can. And that's why we give you the advanced story mode. This was the original prompt, the original idea. I go to advanced story mode here. Well, what do I want? Do I want a marketing campaign? I want a customer testimonial. How do I want it to sound? I want to sound witty because I just don't sound witty normally. So I want to sound witty. I can go here, generate the story. It's going to give me a new story right here in section number 2. I can either, once it's generated, I can either add it to this part to make it longer. I can delete this part, just keep this. You'll see this is a longer video. I'm like, you know what? Let me delete this, add it to the script there, and I'll just generate my video. And then once the video is created, that's it. Now I can go back and do all those things again that I did, whether the music, the voice, adding text to it, subtitles. And we have a lot more features that are coming within the next few weeks, and it's going to be really, really neat. Like this is all basically brand new and new within the last few weeks, and we have been iterating on it basically on a weekly basis. The team has been nonstop on it. And now this one's taking me a little bit longer. Darn.
So Gabe, while we're waiting for that one
Absolutely.
to generate, we've got some early questions already.
Yeah.
That maybe we can tackle. So Alex W is asking, Gabe, what makes Visla different from a lot of similar apps recently, like Lumen 5, for example?
I don't know Lumen 5 all too well. I thought that was only an image generator, if I remember correctly. But we are basically a video first app, and we allow you, we're focused on not only the businesses, but content creators, basically, because we know that businesses, marketing people, you have a need for ideas. Small, medium-sized businesses, which is what we are essentially, you have a need. You know, going back to the theme of this, which is partnership, you have a need to sort of create content, and you can't keep up with those bigger companies that create content. We're giving them that tool to sort of create the content, and I think we're doing it at a very, very good price point. And not only that, but just the tools that we're sort of putting in their hands this early, letting them use it. And you know, I think that's sort of like the big difference. But correct me if I'm wrong about Lumen 5, because I was under the impression that was only sort of an image processor, but I could be wrong.
So then the next question from Colin Longmire is, does Visla have a consumer, not business, stock video filter, i.e. things designed for social on TikTok, Instagram, etc.?
That is something that's coming because it's been asked for. So we are actually working on that.
Okay, cool. And then two more quick ones.
Sure.
Bridget is asking, is there a fade in, fade out audio feature?
So the fade in, fade out audio is done automatically on the mixing. So that's part of the AI feature that is done automatically. Earlier versions of the platform did not include that. The newer versions will. I believe it's in production already. I'm pretty sure we pushed that out last week. If I'm wrong, then I'll update you guys later, but I thought we did. But yeah, and wow, this is actually taking me a while now. It might be my internet also, because I am doing, this also happens, but great. But yeah, but yes, to answer that question about the audio, it is something that is done automatically.
So Alex W is asking, are there automatic subtitles?
Yes, there are. There's automatic subtitles burned in.
So Alex W has followed up on the Lumen 5, saying that I'm doing video for a while. I might chime in on that because I have used Lumen in the past, which is why Visla really jumped out at me. Now, I'm not sure if, I can't say I've seen the very latest version, Alex, but Lumen, when I used it last, was basically a whole lot of stock video footage that you basically grabbed and pasted together yourself, or it did some simple little overlays and things like that. Compared to my experience with Lumen and InVideo, and I think there's another one out of Australia called Biteable. You know, people have been doing these, you know, making more like Canva for video, what these other ones were. So to me, Visla is the first that's really AI driven, that creates the story, that stitches it all together for you. You know, it's just much more sophisticated. Okay, we've got Stuart from Singapore here asking, can you bring your team under one account? So is there a team feature?
So we are actually working on that organizational feature. Basically, we have like where there will be one admin that can sort of administer like, let's say you buy 20 accounts and you want to be able to assign it to Gabe, to Sven, to Alex, to, you know, whoever. We have that feature in the works that will be hopefully coming down not too distant future.
Awesome. Okay,
And
we're up to date with the questions.
All right. Well, let me see why this. Let me try to refresh this because I don't know why this is. I might have did I finally break it? Let me see.
Well, it's happening because it's our very first webinar together.
It is. You know, it's funny because we were talking about this beforehand, and we were saying, you know, I was talking about how I broke.
Let's not jinx it.
Yeah, I was talking about how I broke mine, but yeah. Let me see. Marketing campaign. Actually, let me try something. Why doesn't somebody from the audience give me an idea?
That's a great idea.
So if you give me an idea, then we can see it.
Stuart Jamison from Singapore is saying we have demo-itis.
Demo-itis, yes.
Okay,
like
any
that,
ideas,
Stuart.
anybody? Who wants
anybody has
something,
any
something
idea
that's relevant to your own business or what you want to do?
Give me something. I'll start new.
Okay, Bridget wants a video on what is AI.
What is AI? Okay. Let's do that.
All right, now the pressure's on.
Now let's see if the AI answers correctly, or, you know, if it tells us it's going to take over the world, or if it says, you know, something else.
Oh, Randy's getting creative as well. Animated rolling stone.
I don't think we're going to be able to do that, Randy. I'll tell you now. We're not going to be able to do the animated rolling stones. But
artificial
I'll put in the
intelligence,
rolling stones, see
or
what I
AI,
get.
is a term used to describe machines that think and act.
All right, Bridget. So we got your video
AI
here.
is able to take in data from the environment and use it to improve its programming, allowing it to react more quickly and accurately than ever before.
Sorry, I accidentally clicked on the wrong window. So, you know what I'm going to do? This is something that I was doing at a couple of trade shows that we were at. Bridget, I'm going to label this the Bridget project. And so it's exporting right now. I'll show you, actually, this is a good thing because I can show you guys now how to, once it's done exporting, which it usually is pretty fast. And of course, now that I say that, watch it not be fast, but how to rename it and share it really quickly.
And when we send our follow-up emails after the webinar, we can include some of these as well, right?
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Like once you're done, I can just share the link and this can be your video. You can see it, you can share it with people, show it off. So yeah, that's the beauty. You know what? While that's waiting there, let's try to create Randy's project without the animation because I know firsthand we won't be able to do that one. Sorry, Randy. That was Bill Gates' famous intro song for like the Windows demo back in like 90, whatever it was, 95, I think, or 94.
Yeah, Windows 95.
I don't know if we have the rights to the Rolling Stone. I'm curious how this will work. I'm positive we don't have the rights to the song, but I'm just curious about the video.
No, I love it when the vendor rolls with it like this.
The Rolling Stones have been rocking the music scene
Doesn't look
for
like
over
them,
50
but
years,
A for
and their
effort.
1981 hit single, Start Me Up, is still a party favorite.
Randy, this one's coming to you. And Bridget, so basically, this is the Bridget video. Sorry, Bridget, but it's forever going to be the Bridget video. You know, there's a couple of ways to rename it. If I'm in here, come in here. Spell Bridget properly, I think I did. I'm not sure, but share it there. I can share this link there, have the option of copying the embed code. I can put it on my website, let's say. So like if we have like this video of this recording, you know, I imported it into Visla, I can just copy the embed code and just put it on our website and just have it sit there, you know, anyone with the link. So I'll be sharing this video with you, Bridget, later, or Sven will share it with you in the follow-up emails. Anybody else? Any other ideas? I'm here for ideas. I'm here for your questions. I'm here to talk about the benefit. I really do think that this is beneficial. So one of the big questions that we've been getting from the AI perspective is, are we going to be out of jobs? Why are you trying to take our jobs away? And I can unequivocally say, I don't believe that that's going to happen. And what I mean by that, I had a great talk at a conference a couple of weeks ago with a marketer, and she said something. She told me she was all in on AI. She's been using it since she heard about ChatGPT, and then she's just been searching for AI everything. And she said that what she loves the most about AI and what she loves the most about our product, she doesn't actually use our product like the videos, which was a little sad to me, but she said that she uses it to sort of kickstart her creative juices because she gets stuck a lot of times. Sometimes, she's a marketer, she's a creative, she will get stuck and she doesn't know where to go. So she will come in here, say what her idea is, and then it'll kickstart her creative juices. And I was just like, that's a great use case. I never saw that connection, but I can totally see that now. I think it's just a tool, much like, we use microphones, headphones, computers to do this live call. You're in Singapore, I'm here in Connecticut, and we can do this. We can communicate in real time with everybody. Juan's in Mexico, and everybody. But we can do this. This is a tool. So I loved that idea when she told me that. So I just thought that was sort of like a great thing that she told me that. Bridget, you can customize the size of the embed video. Let me come back to your video, Bridget, because this is yours. So you can have the fixed size, and you can just change the size here. Michelle, hey Michelle, how are you? Wow, it's been such a long time since we've spoken. I know Michelle, she's a friend. Can you add an option to generate video in the format of an ad for YouTube and CCTV, for example? No, but we are actually looking into that because that's not the first time that we've had that request in the form of an official ad. So basically, let me show you, Alex, what, let me come back here. Where's the projects? Previous step. Sure, save a copy. Because that's Bridget's project. I don't want to mess up Bridget's project. So back here, advanced mode. So right now we have these options, the marketing campaign. I know this isn't exactly what you're asking for, but we've had the request to basically add specific ad formats for YouTube, others, TikTok shorts. We're coming out with the different dimensions for videos, the 9:16 for TikTok and for YouTube shorts very soon. So that is something that's coming as well. So I hope that answers your question, Alex. This shared screen looks so good. I keep forgetting that I'm not using this screen. I keep clicking on this big screen there. All right, any other ideas? Guys, talk to me. Questions. I'm here for questions. I'm here for ideas. I'm here to help you. And embarrass myself as well, but yeah.
So I've got a question. Oh, here we've got one from Stuart first. It says, in your pricing model, what do you mean by publish time?
Oh, okay, gotcha. So what we mean by publish time is once you've hit exported. So let me go back to a project, this one. If I hit export here, that counts as publish time, and that would be back to Bridget. That would be like 1 minute and 28 seconds. I think it comes by default. The basic tier is 50 minutes, if I remember correctly. I can't remember now. I should know that, but I don't. 50 minutes publish time. But yeah, so that's what it means.
So I have a question. I'm not sure if you can demo something like this. And it comes from our chat before we kicked off the webinar. You were talking about one of your customers actually wanting to upload all their podcasts. They had a huge amount of old podcasts and they wanted to create video based on those podcasts. How does that work?
Yeah. So that's a cool new feature that's coming out. So the way that they're doing it now is not the way that we're going to do it in the future. So it's sort of like, so we're talking about future Visla now in a couple. No, it's fine. I'm cool with that. So basically it's audio to video where you upload sort of your audio, and basically there's most of the podcasters from 2004 when podcasting became podcasting to around 3 to 5 years ago was primarily mostly audio. 3 to 5 years you've seen the video boom of podcasting, and it's sort of so audio to video is sort of the next generation of that, where you can upload your audio. And again, back to the analytical side of the AI, we analyze sort of the transcript, because everything that gets uploaded to Visla, we automatically transcribe. So, there's automatic text there, and the AI is automatically scanning that text. And unlike most AI, we're looking through. Sorry, I thought something popped up in my. But unlike most AI, we're constantly analyzing the text to understand context and syntax to assign the best possible stock footage. So for this particular use case that we're talking about, they're going to upload their audio, and it's going to turn it into video, because it's going to analyze the transcript and add supplemental footage. In this specific use case, I'm trying to see if I can. Yeah, I can't actually. But in this specific use case, this specific customer is going to upload their own supplemental footage to use as personal stock, and choose from that to add it to there. So then our AI will be choosing from their personal collection.
Nice. So we've actually got a few more questions in the chat.
Go.
So Alex is asking if I want to have the same video in multiple formats, like 16:9 and 1:1. Can they be automatically generated and formatted, or do I have to do it manually?
So that's coming in the future. We'll have the different formats, dimensions. Like I said, about the TikTok and YouTube shorts, the 9:16s. That's the 1:1, which is, I think, the Instagram standard. That's something that's coming as well. But that's coming in the future. Right now, basically, we only have done the 16:9. So that will be coming down the line.
But then basically one prompt could generate multiple format videos at once.
Yeah, because you don't need to, it would just be a matter of just hitting which format you want when you export, because you can export one project. So here, this one project, I can export it, like this has already been exported. This is Bridget's project, and I can basically export it. And then the way that it would work is, let's say I'll do 16:9, which this is 16:9, 9:16, which is the TikTok and YouTube shorts. 1:1, which is the Instagram standard, and I think Twitter as well. I'm not sure.
Nice.
But yeah.
So Alex is also asking, is it possible to download the generated video? Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. I thought I had let's go to my favorite video. So yeah, just download it here. The only time it wouldn't be possible is in the settings, if they don't allow for it to be downloaded. But by default, it comes as downloaded. I'm sorry, I thought I'd mentioned that earlier. Yeah, I after going into that setting, I realized I didn't, because I hadn't shown that yet. But yeah, so you can download it. So and people can also comment on the video, do, if they want. Yeah. Nice. Bridget is also asking, is there a specific placement for logos, or can we place it where we want?
You can place it wherever you want. Well, except in the middle, actually, no. So you can place it in the four corners. So not wherever you want, but you can move it around.
Okay.
Let me go
maybe can you demo that?
Yeah, I'm gonna show that right now. Branding. So the Visla logo's here, and basically, you can turn off logo if you don't want to have a logo, or you can just right, lower. I think it was on here before, so let's do lower right. And oops. And there you see the Visla logo somewhere under that little thing. Let's move that so it can, there it goes. So it's still there, the light blue.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so one of the other things, so mostly we've been talking about idea to video. We brought up the podcast thing. You can also take other content and create from it as well, right? People can actually import videos and have the AI do things, or what are some of those
Absolutely.
more obscure features that we haven't touched on?
So yeah, I mean, there's so many different things that you can touch on. You can upload your own video here if you have a YouTube link, you can import the YouTube link. And then once you have it here, there's no limitations to the things that you can do with it. Sort of like most people, I'm going to go to this one. View the transcript or whatever, and I can cut a video in multiple places. Let's say I want to cut certain things out. It's, for the record, this isn't cut yet. It's just telling me what's going to be cut. I can preview it, but let's say I want to make sure I got it right. I can just come here, just hit that toggle, try to get it right at the wave, So I'm like, okay, and that's where I want it, or, let's get it there, mark to cut, preview it before. I can keep an original, make sure I don't break anything. The other options that I can have, again, this is where the AI comes in, auto cut features. What's it taking out? It's taking out the filler words, those things, the repetitive phrases, the silent ends, the pauses. I can set the length of the pauses. Those are just a lot of the little features that we have. Personally, I like to leave some of the filler words in. You've probably heard it here already. I've said a lot of ums and ahs. I just feel that it makes things sound more natural. If it's something that it's just, I just said, that's technique. So do I want to keep it? Do I want to, it's personal preference. It depends on what's being talked about. Sometimes when I'm having, when I'm doing a podcast, if I'm editing it, if it's an extremely technical podcast, then maybe I want to cut that stuff out because I really want people to focus on, what is being said and not get distracted perhaps. But other times, if it's just a conversation, free flowing, like you and I were talking earlier before this started, it's a conversation. I'm not going to have it sound perfect. It's just you and I talking. So it's just, so those are some of the things that you can do. And then you have, that's just a standalone video. I'm going to go into the project, and actually that's a bad one to do. This was sample project. So previous step. And basically, again, this is a transcript. So now this is what like the project, and the project is I can add multiple videos to this. So I can upload, import, record myself. I can add multiple videos to this. Let me see. It's not really importing, but I'm adding Bridget to this. It's importing it into this project, which is why that terminology is used. But now, like, what do I want to do? I can cut through here. I can move this down. So now Bridget is on the top, but I want to cut this. So what do I want to cut? I can have the AI summarize this. What's it going to summarize? Go here, select the keywords, video content, videos. I know that in the Bridget video AI, or I can say, I want to keep 80%, which is, I want to keep 20%. Confirm, or what do I want to do? So I'll go there, confirm, then I'll select this, filler words, repetitive phrases, silent ends, pauses, confirm. So now it's going to basically cut all of this. So that's another form of the AI, where this is our AI technology that's doing this, and it's sort of smoothing out the audio, because I'm sure that you've heard other tools where it cuts the audio and you can tell where it's cut. And that's just sort of part of the thing. Again, I'm an audio engineer by trade, so I'm extremely finicky when it comes to my audio. So it's just sort of like, sounds good. It sounds good.
Nice.
And
so are you?
Go ahead.
What happens if we play it now?
It's going to sound like crap, of course. Let's see.
I'd be interested.
I am too. I can't hear it actually. I don't know why.
Impactful messages.
You guys hear it?
As a result, the need to learn how to make video has skyrocketed, along with the number of video editing platforms. Oftentimes, we just need a simple tool to save our time and efforts for video creation. Visla is precisely built around this idea, helping people tell their story.
I did it wrong. I just realized, because I hit play instead. I'm supposed to hit preview, and then preview will. I was like, wait a second. So yeah, there you go.
Artificial intelligence,
so it'll
or
preview
AI,
it without the parts
is a
that were
term
cut.
used to describe machines that think and act like humans. AI is able to take in data from the environment and use it to improve its programming,
That's probably
allowing it to
quite a
react
long
more
one.
and accurately than ever before.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to sit here and watch a 3-minute video, I mean, sure.
Okay, so more questions, or does somebody else have an idea that they'd like to see created?
Yeah, give it to me.
How about something like? Oh,
that was me.
How about something space themed?
Who's got one for me? Something somebody asked me for the other day. I have no idea what's going to come out, actually. I really don't know what's going to come out. This is somebody asked me this, but I kept getting distracted, so I never actually did it, and I just remembered. So I really don't know what's going to come out. I am actually scared for what's going to potentially come out. I'm expecting the AI to jump out at me and tell me that they're going to disable my account, actually. But
the sun was setting on the dusty rodeo ranch in the Wild West, giving the scene an orange and red glow.
I have no idea.
On the horizon,
I'm not going to go through all of this, but we'll include this video as well.
And Randy's got a request for Newfoundlands jumping into the water, then shaking themselves onto their owner.
I'm gonna have to copy paste that one, Randy. Oh man. Forgot that was a dog breed. I thought it was like the country, the people. I'm like, they do that a lot. I was like I mean, so go ahead, sorry. No, I was just gonna say that there's really no. Randy, this will be yours. This is coming to you, Randy. There's really, again, it's limited by your idea to video. The AI video generator is really limited by your idea. What it's only going to get better with the release of GPT-4, with the release of Claude for Anthropic. Bard, I'm not supposed to say anything bad about it, but Bard is there. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. But with the release of those that we do, of course we're going to try them, because that's who we are at the end of the day. We're techs, we're testers, we're explorers. We want to try everything, so we're going to try the stuff that's out there from Anthropic and from Google, and we're going to test it, and we're going to see what it does, how good it is, how good it can be. And that's all that's best for you guys, because it's going to even make the end result that much better.
We've got another question from Stuart. Can you use the platform to create intro and outro videos?
Yeah, it depends on what kind of intro and outro video you want. It's a little basic. This video, the Visla default video, was created for us, actually, believe it or not. Somebody created it for us. Same thing with this one. They created it for us. But you can absolutely add your own intro and outro video, and you can create it if you create something simple. Again, our goal was to make everything about Visla easy, fast, and simple. So we didn't want to like go heavy on the tech and then have it be too confusing. And we figured, you know what, as time goes on and people ask for those things, we probably might add those things. But right now the focus is speed over anything. So yeah.
Awesome. So any last questions or ideas before we jump into sort of summarization and talk about the offers and wrap things up? This is your chance to see it live. I think we might have answered everybody's questions. Let's see. So I'm just going to share. Oh, here we've got a question from Michelle.
Sure. Yeah, Michelle, no, not at all. This is not just for content creators. This is for marketers, for storytellers, for anybody that just wants to create video, that has an idea. It's not limited to content creators. It's not limited to, one specific, group. Really, that's sort of, the great thing that's about this. There are a lot of tools that are out there and they build themselves just for content creators or just for podcasting. That's great. I'm sure those tools are great. But, like we were talking, everybody here, we do more in our lives than just what we're doing right at the specific moment. I do more in my life than just Visla. I do more in my life than just podcast or, email people. So it's for everyday life. It's for every day. You can just create this if you want to make a cute video for, your granddaughter, whatever. So yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Oh,
here you go. Cindy has a question. How do you grow your video stock?
I'm not sure that I understand that question, if I'm being honest. Do you mean like, yeah, actually, I don't think I understand that question. Can you expand on that? More videos. How do you create more? Oh, well, so you can upload. Sorry, I misunderstood the question. You can upload your own videos if you have something to use. We are constantly expanding our own library of videos. So, we have Storyblocks as a partner, but we also go through a lot of the Creative Commons videos that are selected out there. So that's a really wide library of videos. But if you have something that you either have rights to, no IP issues rights under the Storyblock, with our contract through Storyblock, all of our users are covered. So anything that you create, you can use in whatever manner you want. And the Creative Commons are the Creative Commons videos. So that's by default free to use for anything.
Nice.
Absolutely. Not a problem.
Keep it coming with the questions, guys.
Yeah, please.
I will go through, I guess, a couple of the last slides. But, again, keep coming with the questions and we'll interrupt it. So Visla has a special offer for people that, for you guys, code tribe40, 40% discount for a year. So I think that's awesome. Is there anything anybody needs to know about that?
Not at all. Just go sign up, enter the code tribe40. If for some unknown reason it does not work, I think my email address is coming up. So you'll be able to email me and I won't be able to hide from you.
Okay. And the next offer for intribe So 75% off any plan for life. Very aggressive. This is part of our launch. Obviously, intribe is a partnership marketing platform. Every brand that signs up and joins intribe makes us more valuable. So in the early days, really being upfront that you may not find a partner day one, but certainly over the space of a week or a month, the chances improve literally every day. And the 75% off, as we release new tiers, you'll be able to move up and down between the tiers and get that 75% off. Okay, we have another question from Bridget. So we can just update.
Yeah, Bridget, let me confirm with you. And now that I will email you separate, because I'm pretty sure you can. I just don't remember how to do that. I just want to make sure there's no issue, but it should be able to. And I think you have my email also, Bridget, now that I remember. So I think you can email me if you want.
And talking about emails, that's how you can find us. Happy to myself, questions from anybody, obviously Gabe as well. Email us individually or together. We're here to help. So coming down, last questions, anybody? We are going to be pretty much bang on time here.
Yeah, and guys, my email address is there. We're a small company. I email everybody directly. It's either myself or Wei Ping, the CEO and founder. We really do email everybody ourselves 90% of the time. So please just feel free to email us, ask us questions. Yeah. Oh, Alex, there you go.
Okay, just so that you can copy paste it if you like. I think that's right. Otherwise, email me, sven@intribe.co, and I'll send it out again. If that's all, if there are no further questions, thanks very much for coming. You'll get 2 emails after this, one from intribe, one from Visla. I'll be sending out the replay, and Visla or Gabe will be sending out Bridget's video and the videos we've created, so you can actually play with them directly. And yeah, we'll be doing more of these over time. So if anybody has any special requests for future versions of this, please let us know. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks all of you for your ideas and your time and your questions. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right, we are done.
All right.
Bye, everyone.